Welcome to Stage 1 in the Quality Bites series. We recommend that you watch the Quality Bites webinars in sequence if you are new to learning about the ADAC quality requirements and the supports available. This webinar is on Stage 1, Planning and Getting Ready to Meet the ADAC quality requirements. In this webinar, we will introduce the recommended 4 stages framework for successfully meeting the ADAC quality requirements and achieving third-party verification. In this webinar, we will look at Stage 1, Planning and Getting Ready in more depth. The 4 stages framework has been developed by NDS to assist organisations with meeting the ADAC quality requirements and achieving third-party verification. The 4 stages break down the quality work into manageable components and allow organisations to develop a plan to address the ADAC quality requirements. Let's look at the stages in more detail. At Stage 1, organisations are communicating with all stakeholders and developing a plan to address the ADAC quality requirements and reviewing current attitudes towards quality practice. You should allow for up to 2 months to complete this preliminary work. At Stage 2, organisations are undertaking a self-assessment or getting a third-party gap assessment of their organisational policies, procedures and practice against the New South Wales Disability Services Standards. Allow for up to 3 months to complete a self-assessment or schedule a third-party gap assessment. During Stage 3, your organisation is addressing the gaps which were identified at Stage 2. This may take considerable time and resources, and so you should allow for up to 6 months to address the identified gaps. The final stage, Stage 4, is undertaking a third-party verification against the standards. Now let's take a more detailed look at Stage 1. Stage 1 is about reviewing current quality strategies and attitudes towards quality management within your organisation. Some organisations might have very complex quality systems, while others may be starting to implement quality systems. Be sure that senior management and the organisation's board or committee understands the quality requirements and how quality relates to their work and impacts the organisation. It is important that senior leadership in your organisation is committed to quality principles. Communicate with stakeholders. Workers will need to know about the organisation's commitment to quality and the ADAC quality requirements. Workers will also need to know the ADAC quality requirements and how the New South Wales Disability Services Standards relate to their work. This will happen throughout each of the stages, but start thinking about how to communicate the quality requirements from Stage 1. Other stakeholders will need information about quality communicated to them according to their relationship with your organisation. Develop an action plan to assist you with identifying work to be done on meeting the ADAC quality requirements. And develop a budget. There are costs associated with implementing quality systems and getting those systems reviewed. Begin the budgeting process and apply for the subsidy available to ADAC-funded non-government organisations. During Stage 1, your organisation should also consider how are you already working on quality. Does your organisation meet other certification or accreditation requirements? And how do the ADAC quality requirements fit with other funding or reporting requirements your organisation participates in? You should identify a person to take the lead on meeting quality requirements to ensure there is an individual across all related issues. This person can act as a coordinator across the various sections of your organisation to prevent doubling up on work or working at cross purposes on quality-related matters. Ensure that you have a process in place to involve clients and families in your quality systems, as these people will be key consumers of the quality processes you develop and implement. What's next? At the end of Stage 1, your organisation is ready to review policy, procedure, systems and practice by undertaking a self-assessment or a third-party gap assessment against the New South Wales Disability Services Standards. Get more information about the ADAC quality requirements and the supports available by reviewing the IDF nsw.org.au website or the ADAC web pages dedicated to quality. Email qualitynsw@nds.org.au with any questions or comments. Please watch the next webinar in the Quality Bites series, Stage 2, Self-Assessment and Gap Assessment against the New South Wales Disability Services Standards.